Oh, here's flowers.
Fascist or Nazi or Holocaust supporting accusations against the likes of Professor Flowers.
True.
Professor Flowers was painted as an insane, white genocide-wanting, black supremacist monster, and after watching Vaush's review of the debate, I totally believed him. I remember thinking what a freak this lady was. But I still decided that it would be worthwhile to hear her perspective because I didn't think Vaush was the ultimate authority and I wanted to hear the other side. Then I watched her video responding to the debate she had with Vaush about black nationalism.
Which was also psychotic, if I remember correctly. Wasn't that the video where she, like, paused the music in the video and it zoomed in and she was like, "And you whiteys are lucky that we don't want to kill you," or something like that? That was in the first follow-up video, right? That was pretty weird. It was pretty psycho. It was actually a lot worse than the actual debate because she was trying to hold it in while, like, talking with me. But yeah, that was pretty weird. And then she went on a bunch of other times to completely conflate white and colonizer, which suggests that any anti-colonial sentiment she expresses is legitimately anti-white racialized violence, which is just genocidal rhetoric. That's not really arguable. It's kind of objective. I think she may not even know consciously she would support genocide. No, she doesn't strike me as particularly bright, so I don't really think she knows. But who cares if she knows? I know. Who gives a fuck about people's positions on their own positions? If we go by that, then we'll be fucking goose-stepping down DC by tomorrow. Christ.
And I saw that she was far more rational than Vaush painted her. If you're gonna say, oh, PF supports genocide, just shut the fuck up and watch all 4 of her videos about
Nice counter-argument.
Vaush like I did multiple times and understand that you're wrong and you're listening to Vaush's disgusting smear of her rather than actually listening to her. Anyways, then while I was making this video, I also saw her follow-up video about harassment caused by the false accusations made by Vaush against her, made her stop making videos again, and even drove her to almost killing herself. And that's what really turned—
Oh wait, I watched this video. This is some fucking bullshit, man. You know, I still don't see any fucking evidence of harassment. Because they can never front up with that shit. Wait, did she even say that the harassment made her want to kill herself in this video? I don't even remember. I don't give a fuck. She's a fascist and a genocidal freak who argued with me and didn't like being called what she is. Whatever emotional problems she has is a product of that, are not my fault. Now, they always try to weaponize that suicide shit. Hey, if anything, we can be thankful that, like, non-red fascists don't do that, you know? Normally, when you argue with them and they freak out about it, they aren't, like, cry-posting about it later. I've only seen one example, which she admitted wasn't from the community. Yeah.
In my fucking stomach. Thanks directly to Vaush. These were people who had painted in my mind as insane fascists.
We went over that video on stream. There's literally nothing there.
Without ever in any real way actually knowing anything about them. I'd just taken Vaush's word for it and the way he'd interpreted Flower's words, without any critical thinking on my part, and someone had gotten hurt because countless other people did the same. It is cult-like how Vaush has to paint these people as insane and as deranged as possible in order to prevent any chance of people actually engaging with their content at all, and it works. Of course, Professor Flowers almost—
I usually tell people that they can engage with the content of the people. Don't I do that? I do that all the time. I literally say, if you like him, you can watch him. She flip-flops in her story about whether this community harassed her. This is the only example I've ever seen from her. Oh yeah, this was it. This was the big thread. So Ian's Vaush audience got a trans advocacy group banned from Twitter. That didn't happen. Who later asked why there are trans people who like him. A lot of white trans people responded. I like how they have to add white here. As if you can tell a person's race based on their Twitter response. And some said they like him because they think he's anti-racist or whatever. Really hard to see white people call another white person anti-racist pro-BLM when that person has literally talked about white genocide, used their audience to attack any POC, call them out. I've never experienced so much racism in my life. Other than that community, I grew up around white conservatives. I've never been called an N-word so many times. Curiously, no evidence for this claim was ever produced once, even though my entire mod team reached out to try to get any support for this claim at all. Curiously, I mean, who could possibly imagine a freak fucking emotionally unstable fascist lying about stuff like that? Not me. Only example I've seen. And then here's one which is the most fed post one in the universe that I've ever seen in my life. You're an N-word, hashtag Vaush Army, we are Vaush fans, we will send you back to Africa. This is definitely stuff my fans do and say. Vaush Army is a term used by my community. Yeah. This is definitely with an anime profile. Yep. Drainer Jihad. Created from what looks like basically the day that they would have messaged her. Yeah. Got him.
Almost killed herself as a result of the harassment she received. There is consequences to Vaush's actions. Saying not to harass someone is not nearly enough. Vaush openly admits he's lazy. He openly admits—
Wait, saying not to harass... Wait, hold on. Wait, can I even engage with ideas then at all? If saying you can't harass it... Wait, so just never disagree? I don't even know what the prescriptions are there. Like, what you can even do engagement-wise.
he's work shy, yet he acts like and is considered an authority when it comes to politics. So when he calls someone a genocide supporter,
True.
his politically uneducated fan base is going to see them as a genocide supporter and treat them as such. Also, while he claims not to—
Only a leftist would have a line like that. Maybe this guy isn't a red fash. Holy shit, maybe he really is a lefty. Vaush's fans like him. So when he says things, they hear that and then think the things that he said.
For harassing, he just straight up actually does advocate for harassing people. He just keeps it vague enough by using his favorite word, tankies. And of course, the word tankies at this point has become so vague and
What? It's not enough to not be a tanky. Mock them, socially ostracize them, kick down your cuties. How is this vague? How is this vague in any way? It's very straightforward. Okay.
nebulous of a term, but Vaush is basically just saying, whether he means it or not, to harass anyone to my left that criticizes me. As a side note, it's also very funny to make fun of Red Eye posting when he himself has posted at least 5 thumbnails of Biden with glowing eyes to his YouTube. The guy—
He's referring to a post here 2 seconds ago where I say, considering 90% of intra-tanky discourse I see online is posting pictures of tanks and memes of Stalin with glowing eyes, I'm perfectly comfortable assuming they're not cool kids. Does he think the glowing eyes here were the things that I took issue with? Like, hey, when I see tankies engage with each other, I just see them post World War II shit and Stalin with glowing eyes. Like, does he think the glowing eyes there are the... Yeah. Such petty surface-level disagreements. I'm sorry to subject you guys to this. I know it's boring, and I'm skipping around, too. A full thing over would take ages. This is what I mean with, like, addressing criticisms or responding to them or whatever. They tend to be really boring, you know? I'm just... Man, I must say so few wrong things if this is the stuff people come at me with. You remember that, what was that DGG-aligned attack video on me? It was like, is Vaush bad faith or something like that? And then that one was like also fucking waste of time. The real like is Vaush unironically evil? That's right. It's like the real cottage culture here. You know, the real like secondary economy. It's just getting reactions from people as they react to the very bad criticisms that you've made in your takedown essays or whatever. Yeah, Doomer Media. That fucking lolcow.